Salute and welcome to Wild Country Daily Updates. This is from K News. The article is from K News. Now, there are some words in here that I don't want to say, so I'm going to either highlight them or use different words, just so you're aware. Now, secret military files reveal Pentagon's attack on U.S. soil. Secret military files exposed Pentagon brass who plotted to carry out sinister acts of sabotage on U.S. soil and potentially wipe out civilian refugees as part of a double F. And what I mean by double F, I hate this. Yeah, see? No, come on. What I mean by double F is that right there, what I have highlighted. To ignite public support for invading Cuba and toppling then-director Fidel Castro, KNews.com can reveal. Dubbed Operation Northwoods, the Cold War-era plan hatched by the Joint Chiefs of Staff proposed sparking violent incidents and blaming Cuba, all to trigger WAR within the Caribbean nation and force out its leaders. It goes on to say, according to the unearthed files dated March 1962, the shocking list of acts that the Pentagon planned to pin on Castro included orchestrating a what other word can I use? Well, I'm just going to highlight that. Cuba havoc campaign in Miami or Washington, D.C. that would involve a bunch of booms, a few plastic in carefully chosen spots, carrying out fabricated attempts on Cuban refugees inside the U.S. and even going as far as to wound them, sinking a boat full of Cubans fleeing the COMMUNIT country, but stipulating the horror could be real or simulated. Using a stolen or fake Soviet MiG fighter plane to blow out of the sky an empty remote-controlled commercial airplane. Does that sound familiar? Within the past couple of weeks, how them airplanes just evidently just fell out of the sky. Simulating and on the U.S. naval installation at Cuba's Guantanamo Bay, including up ammunition inside the base, sabotaging fighter plans, and even lobbing live shells into the compound. And what do they want to do? They want to send people to this place right here? Right? Boom, boom, up an empty U.S. Navy vessel in the bay and conducting mock funerals for soldiers who had supposedly died in the so-called attack. It goes on to say sources said the insane schemes concocted by the Joint Chiefs and signed by their chairman, Army General Lyman Leminster, who was replaced 3 months later, was eventually rejected by President John F. Kennedy. It goes on to say at the time, JFK was attempting to de-escalate tensions with the Soviet Union and its longtime ally, Cuba, which sits about 90 miles off of America's shore. It goes on to say presidential historian Leon Wagner explained, "You have to understand that Kennedy didn't want war with the Soviet Union and was also deeply mistrustful of the Pentagon and its motives following the botched Cuban Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. It goes on to say the infamous invasion saw U.S.-backed Cuban exiles fail to overthrow Castro's regime, which endured until 2008. It goes on to say Wagner added Kennedy knew the Pentagon wanted war with Cuba at the least, and he was determined to do everything in his power to stop it. Sources noted Operation Northwoods wasn't the only plot created by the Pentagon to justify going to battle with the island adversary. In 1962, Dirty Trick sought to point the finger at Cuba if something went airy. With the Mercury Atlas 6 mission, in which astronaut John Glenn first orbited Earth, as they say. The proposal stated the objective is to provide irrevocable proof that should the Mercury manned orbit flight fail, the fault lies with the AI.Cuba or something like that. Then it goes on to say, this is to be accomplished by manufacturing various pieces of evidence which would prove electronic interference on the part of the Cubans. Sources said the Pentagon also proposed attacking an American ally country and then blaming Cuba, as well as bribing a Cuban military commander to attack the Guantanamo Bay base, so that it appeared Castro had given the order. This unfiction exposed about the proposed plots comes day after President Trump ordered the release of the remaining long-hidden files in the National Archives about the 1960 BAM of JFK, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. Trump heralded the move as the first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government. Now critics Okay, well then I'll leave the rest of the article in the link down below. Well, here, I don't know what happened because I didn't click out of it. But It goes on to say, Wagner added they clearly would stop at almost nothing to provoke a confrontation, but Kennedy didn't want it. And a lot of people, including myself, believe that he was because of it. That he was there because of it. That's the underlying message of these documents, that perhaps the generals believed even a president's life was worth exchanging for the war they always wanted. So there you guys have it. I'll leave the link to this article in the description. Make sure you hit the like button, share this video out far and wide. You know, some of them things that they had up there, they didn't stop. It's still in their folders. We all know it's in their folders. We all know they want to do something. They're just waiting for the perfect time. Like, haven't they done it before to us? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Peace out.